Anna, I heard about this from Ryan. Congratulations on becoming pregnant and moving along so well. Thank you very much, Maria. I'm so excited about what's to come from this. I know it's gonna be tough on me knowing that I'm a grandma now, but I'll do my best to not seem too old. By the way, Anna, is that baby going to be a boy, you think, or a girl, perhaps? Huh? I'm sure you have a feeling what gender the baby is going to be, correct? My son told me that you've been pregnant for a little while now, actually, so you should be able to guess, right? Why are you asking me about that? Who cares what gender my baby is? And the fact that you ask me what gender is in this day and age is just rude. I'm sorry. What happens if they're a girl, but want to become a boy later on in life? That's right. You have to say you're sorry to them, so stop worrying about their gender or whatever that means and leave me alone. Have you been living under a rock this whole time or something? Rude. I see now. I suppose I was getting a little carried away there. I just wanted to know all about your baby so badly. So this is why everyone in the past always complained about their mother-in-law. All you guys know how to do is think like it's still a century earlier and never get a hint about what's going on in the modern day. And that question you just asked, there was not only rude to me, but to my baby. I'm very sorry, Anna. I never asked that with any ill intentions. I just wanted to get a head start on buying things for them was all. And if I knew what gender they were, it would make buying gifts a whole lot easier for me. Gifts? I'm really happy to finally be getting a grandbaby. That's why I'm wanting to start looking for cute clothes for them, as well as shoes. I guess for the time being, I'll start to look into unisex clothing for them. They'll look cute no matter who they are. Hold on a second. Would you stop thinking about buying my kids any presents? Would you stop carrying on with the conversation like that? What? Is there something wrong with me wanting to buy a present or two for them? We don't need anything from you, Maria. By the way, I wouldn't even want my child whatever boring clothing you'd get for them. So you need to stop thinking about presents for them right now. I need to stop. I can't believe you're saying something like that right now. I just want to spoil my grandbaby is all. Well, if you have that kind of money to be doing that for them, how about you put that money into your elderly care instead? You just so happen to be a lonely old hag that has nobody she can ask for help in the future at all. So you better start saving that money now, so in the future, you're not going to ask either of us to take care of you. What? I want you to stop thinking about asking your daughter's son for help later in life right now. I'd rather you have the money to take care of yourself in the future than waste it on my kid now. Hold on a minute, Anna. Why are we talking about later years right now? And I have no plans on relying on my son when I get to that age. I really do wonder about that, though. You've been without a husband all this time, so there has to be only one reason why you made your son into a doctor, right? You wanted to make him into a man you could use later on, when your body and mind aren't working the way that they should be anymore. Excuse me? All I wanted was for my son to become the man he'd wanted to be. I have never been thinking of ways to make him my caretaker later in life. You liar. And the only reason you're wanting to give my baby any gifts is because you have an alternative motive. I'm sure you just want to spoil our baby now, so in the future you can use this as a way to make us come back and care for you. I know everything you're up to, Maria. Well, you're not using my child in order to get us to care for you. Ryan, do you have a moment to talk? I have something I'd like to say about Anna.
What do you have to say about Mother?
I'm just a little worried about her is all. Her being pregnant right now means she's a lot more sustainable to stress and such. I want to make sure that you're stepping in to make sure she's supported in every way possible.
Of course I'm taking good care of her, Mom. I'm her husband, after all. Now, why exactly are you worried about something like that now?
Well, just a bit ago, her and I were talking to one another for the first time in a while. All I was trying to say was how happy I was about her baby and that I wanted to celebrate them. Yet for some reason, Anna started to come off like I was only wanting to celebrate the baby because I have an ulterior motive. And well, that kind of behavior from her got me thinking that she may have been very stressed right now.
Something like that happened? Thank you for becoming worried about her, Mom. But I'm sure she'll be all right. I have been doing everything in my power to make sure that she is not stressed out and won't be. Right now, I've been doing everything around the house for us.
Oh, is that right?
She seems to have some trouble standing up now, so I've been around to take care of all her needs. I make sure to cook, clean, do the laundry, get her new clothes, all of that. And if there's something she really wants to eat, I go all the way to the town over to get it for her. And if she really wants to go out of the house for a bit, I make sure to drive her to where she needs to go. I have been doing everything I can to make sure she's not stressed out.
You've been doing all of that for her? That's a lot more than I imagined.
She is very important to me and is currently carrying our child. But the only thing I'm a bit worried about is the day she's expected to have our baby. I've been told that during that week, I'll have to go out of the state for work and won't be around for her.
So she's going to be all by herself when she has the baby. I feel so bad for her.
That's why I was hoping you could be there for her. I've made sure to ask her mom to help her out as well, of course. I want to make sure that the both of you are there for her when I'm not.
If that's what you want from me, then I'll be there. I would love to do whatever I can to help you guys out. Although, I think that if her mother is there as well, she won't need me around for her. Just let me know what they want. And good luck to you when you have to head on that business trip. I am praying that your guys' baby come out happy and strong. Anna, are you out of the house right now? I came over with some gifts for you, hoping that we could spend some time together. And we made plans for to have me come over around this time, right? Wait, you already came? I was just about to get some sleep when you started to light up my phone. Oh, you were trying to sleep? I'm sure your body is still pretty tired after having the baby. Then you can go ahead and get some sleep, Anna. If you'd like, we can get together another time. No, you don't have to worry about it now. I don't want you to try to make any more plans with me, so I'll meet with you today. Well, is that really okay? That's right. I just want to make sure that you brought everything to celebrate me having the baby. Did you make sure to bring me some money as well? And how much exactly? What? Money? You're wanting to celebrate me giving you a grandchild. So, of course, you brought me some money, right? You didn't just bring over a bunch of lame clothing for my baby, right? I made sure to put some money in an envelope for you to help you and my son with the baby. But this is my first time ever being asked how much money I've brought over, so I'm a bit shocked. I never asked how you felt about this, so how much money did you bring over? You have at least $10,000 with you, right? $10,000? What's that? With a reaction like that, does that mean you don't have that kind of money with you? In that case, then, I'm sorry, but you'll have to go. If you're not going to give me $10,000 right now, then you're not seeing your grandbaby. Wait a second, Anna. I need to bring you $10,000 in order to see your baby? I'm sorry, but I did not bring you $10,000 today. I'm sure you didn't. You always have been this poor woman who never had any money for herself or her son. So go home right now, please. There's no reason for Ryan and I to be having you meet with our baby. There's no reason for me to meet with them. I want to make sure this kid grows up to be stronger than Ryan and I. I want them to learn from their doctor father so that someday they can be intelligent and make lots of money. And in order to make that happen, I will not be letting them meet with people like you. If you were to even meet them for a minute, that would be a minute worth of stupidity they'll be taking on. Are you really suggesting that I'm as stupid as that? Of course I am. I would never lie about anything, would I? I find it very amazing that a single mother like you was able to raise your son into a doctor and all, but that does not change the fact that you're a moneyless single mother still, right? I can't even begin to understand how stupid it is that your husband had to leave you long ago because he knew how dumb and poor you were. But wait, that's not how it happened, right? From what Ryan has told me, you chose to get the divorce. What? Your husband had been a company owner, right? Yeah, you chose to divorce him, which makes you one of the biggest losers that I know. Did you really listen to everything Ryan told you? I understand that the man I left was a company owner and had lots of money, but the way that man treated Ryan and I was not okay. He was the kind of person who would not dare to put his family before his work. I later chose to divorce him with my son, and I had mine. You should have just accepted the fact that your husband has better things to do than be around you both, so you would have continued to have money. All you need to do is just bear it all, and you'd still be eating good on this day. But now, all you've shown is that you can only think about yourself and no one else. How stupid. Excuse me? Now that you've been told what I think, you will not be meeting my important child, ever. But if you still think you can, then I'll be needing the $10,000 from you first. However, since a poor woman like you can't pay that, you need to go home.
I see. Then I'm leaving.
Goodbye forever. And don't say anything about this to my husband. You would never want to make things awkward between your son and his wife right after they had a baby, right?
That's very true. She'll make sure to not tell her son anything about the things you've said today. She happens to be one of the most kind mother-in-laws ever for thinking about you both, your family, before her own emotions. And that is why, as your mother, I will be telling him what I've seen from you today.
What?
I would like to tell him about how my daughter went and made such terrible comments about his mother. I'll then apologize for him in your place, since I doubt you ever will. And then after that, I'll tell him now that I support him throwing away my rotten daughter whenever he pleases. I'm going to talk with Ryan about this right now. I'll be right back after this most important phone call.
Wait a sec. Are you really my... What? Is that you, Mom?
Hello, Anna. You must have a lot of strength in that dainty body of yours to be talking about your mother-in-law like that right after giving it birth.
Wait. What is this? Why are you texting me from Maria's number right now? What the heck is going on here?
Actually, I came over to your place with her to see you guys. Both her and I wanted to celebrate your first baby. So we both met up and made our way over to your house together. Maria asked me if I wanted to ride with her in her car, and I totally accepted her offer.
But you told me you'd be coming next week. Yet you came here without a heads up first? Why would you do that?
Because I want to come out and see my cute grandbaby as soon as possible. And having people come over every week would be hard on you and Ryan, right? That's why I thought it would be a lot better for you guys to have the both of us coming over at the same time to say hi. Both Maria and I didn't want to be stressing over us, so we made this choice with you in mind.
I'm happy to hear that from you, but I didn't think the both of you would come together.
Did you think that by having her come along, you would have been free to say whatever you wanted to her? You wouldn't have to worry about anyone else seeing all these horrible things you just said to her, right? I'm sorry, but it's too late now to hide the way that you treat her from everyone. Because I've been standing with Maria from the very beginning, watching every single thing you sent to her.
No way.
If she wants to meet her grandchild, she'll have to pay $10,000? How terrible of you, Anna. This sort of crap I've never even seen from you before. I think you've been taking far too much advantage of us then,
You're wrong, Mom. The only person who has to pay to come to see the baby is Maria. Not you. I would never ask someone like you to have to do that before coming inside. Actually, I want you all around us the time, if that's okay with you.
Oh, what's that all about? Tell me, why am I allowed to come in for free and see the baby, but Maria has to pay $10,000 to do such a thing? I would like you to explain that to me in a way that I'll immediately be able to understand, Anna. There's no way your reasoning could be just you outright hate her, and that's why you asked for her to pay, right? Right? I don't ever remember raising my daughter in such a way that she'd be acting like a dumbass, asking her mother-in-law for money like that.
About that, Mom.
You know what else I saw? You calling her poor and stupid, all because she's a single mother? I don't ever remember teaching my daughter to say things like that about anyone. I would have put soap in your mouth for hours had you been saying that while I was still around you. Anyhow, today her and I will be going home. Neither her or myself brought along $10,000 in order to come into your house after all. This really spoils all the things we've been looking forward to today, but Maria and I just don't seem to be good enough for your household. We'll be leaving now.
Wait!
I'll come open the door for you both right now, so please come inside. Listen, Anna, I'm sure you do not want to see the face I'm making right now. I wouldn't really mind having you see it, but I do not want my grandbaby to see the face I have on that has put people in their places before. So please, let Maria and I go home now. We'll see you again sometime, I'm sure. And when we're back here, make sure you have the reason for why you thought it was okay to behave in such a deplorable way today, please. I would really love to hear it.
If you're coming over to my house today with my mom, you should have told me that sooner. Because of you, things have gotten way out of hand.
I made sure to message you about that beforehand, but you never went and read any of those messages before I came over with her today. I think it's on you for trying to get sleep like this when you had guests coming over to take care of you and the baby.
You are such a jerk.
After my dad heard about all of that from my mom, he came and chewed at me out hard. Things shouldn't have turned out the way for me.
Now listen, Anna. I understand that you really do not like me and are even more frustrated with me now after what happened today. Everyone has people they like and dislike, right? But the hate that you have for me should have nothing to do with your baby. I will not be able to give you $10,000 or anything, but could you still let me come and see my grandbaby?
I'm not letting that happen. Things that I hate with a burning passion. And that means I'll not be letting my baby meet with any of the people I hate like you.
Anna.
And after all that crap that happened today, I'm not feeling like I've gone and lost or something. I hate being a loser when I should obviously be coming out on the top here. That's why I will never let you meet my baby, even if it's the last thing I do. You can't even come to see it now, even if you were to have that $10,000 I asked for before.
I see. Then this is going to be a divorce. Having a mother like you in the house would only turn my baby into a monster.
What? A divorce?
Anna, I'm extremely disappointed in what you've been doing today. Not only were you trying to extort my mom and get 10 grand from her, but you were treating her like an idiot and saying she's poor. I never thought that you of all people would turn out to be like this.
What? Why are you talking to me right now, Ryan? Ryan, aren't you supposed to be out of state on a business trip?
I had to make a dash back home after I heard you had our baby. I've been wanting to see them this whole time, and I've been worried about you. But I never expected things to turn out for the worst like this. I heard everything about what you said to my mom today, from your mom.
What?
I really respect both my mom and yours. Especially my mom, after she got that divorce for me years ago and was able to finally support the dreams that I had. She was the one that made it possible for me to become the doctor that I am now, Anna. I thought that you had respected her just as much as I do, and that's why I was on board with marrying you and making you part of our family. But that was just a massive misunderstanding on my part. My mom and I don't need a person like you in the family, and that's why I have to divorce you now.
No, wait. You're joking about the whole divorce thing, aren't you?
You have to understand just as much as I do that this is no joke. I had always been thinking like you, that I wanted to make our kid into a special human who is very intelligent and can be super successful. And that's why I've always been wanting to do the same as you and keep people who are not successful away from our baby and only let them around those who build themselves and others up. But now I've learned that you don't build everyone up, considering what you've just said about my mom.
You're lying, right? I just gave birth to this baby and everything, yet you're going to tell me that I'm not a good person or something?
I do appreciate the fact that you went through all that pain carrying my child to term. But you just made a fool of my mom like she's meant nothing to me. My mom went through all the same pain as you giving birth to me and raising me. She may have had financial troubles all of her life, but she made sure to do everything she could to make my dreams of becoming a doctor come true. I don't want you around her or my baby anymore if that's the way you're going to act as a mother.
Ryan,
You don't want our baby being around people that will make them stupid, right? Both you and I feel that way about our baby. That's why you should be able to understand what I'm asking more than anyone.
What? No, I never said anything about wanting a divorce though, so stop mentioning that.
Not only is my mom, but the both of your parents letting me know it's okay to get a divorce from you and take the baby with me. Actually, it was your parents that recommended I leave you before I even thought of it as an option. They told me that they'd do everything they could to make sure that I got the baby in the divorce as well, so that you'd never be around them.
There's no way.
Now, from today, I'll be staying with my mom at her house. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll be coming over there with the divorce papers in hand ready for you to sign them. I want you to get all of your things packed up and ready to leave that house. And you'll not be touching any of the baby's things, as I'll be the one taking full custody.
Please, let me come and see my kid. Please let me come and see Ryan again.
You have to talk with my son about all of that, not me. There's nothing I can really do when it comes to those two.
Why did something like this have to happen to us? All I wanted to do was make sure that my baby was raised the right way without having to experience any issue. Yet that led me to having to get a divorce and lose the baby I had just given birth to. I'm not even able to get out and see either one of them.
Whoa. What are you talking about right now, Anna? You're able to meet with those two anytime you please. All you have to do is pay Ryan that $10,000 in child support to be able to see them. Once you pay that, then you can see them as much as you want. You've already heard about that agreement Ryan has made, right?
There's no way I'll be able to just hand over that kind of cash right now, though. The moment Ryan and I got married, I became a housewife and never went back to work. And I never even saved up much before marriage in the first place.
Don't worry, things will be fine. You're asking me, a single mother who had always been a housewife before, to pay you that kind of money, right? So, there's no way you wouldn't be able to do the same thing easily, right? If you were just saying that knowing it wouldn't be easy for me to pay, that would make you one toxic bitch.
No way, Maria.
Now, I would really love to see you meeting with your baby and Ryan again, Anna. But that'll only happen as long as you come with $10,000 in hand, ready to hand over to my son. When my son had gone over that next day to get the divorce, he made sure to bring a lawyer, which made everything easier on him and got her out of this house much quicker than if he had gotten a loan. Then she was forced to sign the paperwork and even stated that she'd let Ryan take full custody as long as she was able to see her baby every so often. That deal was only made through when Ryan said that she'd have to pay him $10,000 first, since she seems to think that that's how much it costs to see the baby, and before she could really think of what she'd done, the papers were handed in. After the divorce, Anna went back to her parents' house to live with them, and has been working her butt off at a grocery store close to their place. Ryan would bring his baby back over to my house to have me care for it for a while, as he focused on now having to figure out what to do with his house. In the end, he went and sold it, and moved back home to me, where the three of us, Ryan, the baby, and myself, could live and work together. He told me that he took all of that money he got from the house and put it into the baby's college fund, so that they too could someday go and have their dreams come true like I'd done for Ryan. As for Anna and her new job, I'm sure she was trying her best to get that $10,000 as soon as she could so that she could come see her baby again, but neither of her parents wanted her back home, calling her an embarrassment to them. That's when both her parents told her that she could only continue to stay with them if she started paying rent, and so every month she was asked to pay up, leaving her with only $600 to save. Both of her parents know about her plans to someday pay Ryan that $10,000, so in order to keep the fact that they have been coming over to my house for a while now, they keep their house while she's at work to come and see their grandbaby. So far, the baby has doing really well here, and we really do hope that one day a new mother can be found, who not only can appreciate her husband, but also his mother as well. We can only hope that Anna never gets the chance to save up that money, because honestly, not one of us want her around them when all we want the baby to grow up happy and without drama.